Hey folks, welcome to the table. So I'm going to really quickly give an update to a particular mistake that I was making because I think this one's an important one, especially if you're going to use my video as a sample or a teaching for you to start your own solitaire playthrough. I've actually made probably several mistakes, and you'll see it in video part 1. You'll see in the comments section. Make sure you check those out. I did respond to every one of them, and there was some awesome conversation going on there about, various interpretations of rules. But there is one interpretation that I got wrong, and it actually made the game harder for me. And I want you guys to understand the correct interpretation because it'll make the game easier. And what that interpretation is it has to do with these siege towers and this raze ability that's at the bottom. So if a particular enemy was, moving, let's say like that, and then there was a tower, let's say here, what this raze ability does is it allows the tower to destroy enemy spires. I use the word tower and spire interchangeably, please forgive me. So this spire can attack that spire with the raze ability. And the way I understood it is because in the rules summary, the spires attack after the enemy moves. So here's what I was doing. I was having a conundrum, and you'll see this throughout several of the plays in scenario 1 and then in scenario 2. I'm not completely finished with scenario 2 when I finally discovered this mistake. So for the first 2 scenarios, you're going to see this mistake occur where I'm talking about, oh man, do I attack this or do I attack that, right? I'm making it as if it's a choice because it's the enemy's turn, right? They just finished their movement. And let me be clear, and the rules are actually clear if you pay attention to them, which I didn't. This will obviously attack the moving units, and that's it. That's all they do. They are not able to attack this during the enemy movement phase. What the specific raze keyword says, and this is where you have to be a rules lawyer at the start of your turn, not the enemy's turn. So what happens is you actually get to attack with this tower twice. You get to attack the enemy tower on your turn, and then on their turn, when they move, you get to attack them. So this tower is twice as powerful than it was in the playthrough that you're going to see that I used. I was constantly making the choice of choosing between one or the other, and that was silly. I actually had the option to do both. That is a huge impact to my playthrough, and I can put asterisks or whatever next to it, but I hope that you guys can understand that and implement that in your game. And I'm going to make sure I insert this into the playthrough series before part 2. So I think you may want to read the comments in part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is just setup. Part 2 is the first gameplay. That's where all the comments are about rules. But this is going to be inserted in between the setup and the gameplay, so that way you can understand that this raze rule is a thing, and it happens on your turn, whereas the tower acts like a normal tower on their turn. All right, thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.